Yep. Okay. So I'll tell everyone right here, right now, how to get fucking rich. I'm gonna tell you how to get rich, and I guarantee most of them ain't gonna fucking do it. But here's how you get it. If you're a scientist, you never ever wake up, go into the lab, pour the right chemicals, and fix the problem. That doesn't happen. You go into the lab, you try some shit, it fucks up. You try some new shit, it fucks up, and you keep fucking around until something kind of works. Mistakes, eventually something goes wrong. So I say this to people, look, how many ways have you tried to earn money? You earn money X way. How many other ways have you tried? Because you need to try a whole ton of ways, and you gotta make a bunch of mistakes like a scientist does to find the thing that works. And everyone's heard this before, right? And then they'll say they have two hurdles to doing that. One, they're lazy. And two, they'll say, well, I have ideas, but I don't know how to start. Or I have ideas, but I need money to start. So then what you have to do, and this is one of the things I teach on CobraTate.com in my Hustlers University, you have to look at your business ideas and your plans and find a way to remove the need for money to attempt it. So my philosophy on business is this. Any business in the world that could genuinely work without investment. People get this idea in their head, I need loads of money. Every single business I've tried, I will find a way to launch it for effectively free. And if it starts to make money, then maybe I'll put money in.
Have you ever met a rich person, asked them how they got rich, and they said saving?
No.
No! Everything they teach you about financial literacy is a lie. Everything they teach you about wealth creation is a lie. Everything they teach you about what you're supposed to do with your money and how you're supposed to think is a lie. They get your ass in debt at the very, very beginning.
So how did you realize all this? How did you realize all this?
God has his favorites.
No, how did you realize all
God
this?
has his favorites.
God can instill potential into an individual, but doesn't mean that the individual is going to fulfill that potential.
I've always, my entire life, my father was a chess grandmaster. I was a chess player. So at the age of 5, I was Indiana State chess champion. And when I was 8, I was on my way to becoming a FEDE master. So I was one of those child chess geniuses. I never actually ended up becoming a chess master because we moved to England. My father stayed in America, blah, blah, blah. I've always been pretty good at analyzing the chessboard. Even from a very, very young age, I just understood, and I don't know exactly where I got it from. I understood the world is a scam. I was walking to school one day, walking to college, sixth form, with my 4 friends, and a Ferrari went past. And I was like, bro, how do we get one of them? I said, well, don't know. I said, what do you mean, don't know? Doesn't it bother you? He has 400 grand for a car. Doesn't that anger you that he has 400 G's for a car and our parents are broke? I guess. That's the average man. Like, the average man has no fire inside of him. I'm 16. I couldn't sleep for 3 days till I saw a Rari. I was like, I want a Rari. I want one. When you go to a petrol station 3 in the morning and a Lambo and a Rari pull up, you know they're done doing drugs. Yeah. You don't look at them and go, he worked hard in school. No way.
Got that A.
No, exactly. So I always had an intrinsic understanding that the only way to truly get rich is to break the system in some degree. The final straw for me is I actually did very, very good in my A-levels. I was supposed to go to university. I got an A in business after only 3 of the 5 tests, because I aced every single one. I did this advanced test, this distinction, got a distinction in this, and I was offered free university in the UK in Ascot. So cool, I get to go to uni for free because I'm such a clever motherfucker. Good. So, but then they asked me to do a personal statement.
Oh, I hated that.
Yeah. So did I. So I'm like, personal statement, you already said yes to me for free. And who's gonna read this? Hi, my name's Andrew. I like to kickbox. Who cares? So it's during tutor class. I'm arguing with my tutor saying, well, I don't need to do a personal statement. They already said yes to me. She's like, everyone has to do one. I said, no one's gonna read this junk. She's like, everyone has to do one. I said, you know what? I won't go then. That's how stubborn I was. My mom went crazy. I was like, listen, I'm gonna be a kickboxing champion. Don't worry about it. I was making money. I started off with a really basic, boring job. I was carrying boxes of ice in a fish market. You know, I wasn't doing anything elaborate, but at least I was working. At least I was getting up at 5 in the morning, running to work, working all day, running to the fight gym, fighting all night, running home. The point is, I've always had that fire inside of me. I've always had that desire inside of me. I think every man is born with a masculine fire. It's certainly the reason why so many things in history happen. It's the reason why so many armies tried to conquer the land. Look, why? Why would the Romans wake up and look in a random direction and say, let's go over there, whoever's there is kill him? That's inside of men. There's something masculine about conquest, right? That fire has been dampened. It's been dampened by distraction and consumption. But for me, I think the fact that I was so broke, I couldn't really distract myself. I couldn't consume anything. I couldn't buy anything. Like, so what do? It was either a life of crime or a life of punching people in the face and getting paid for it, so I chose to get paid. Money is nothing more than an amplifier. Money doesn't change who you are. And the problem with most of these crypto dorks is that they were dorks and now they're rich dorks, but you're still a dork.
Still a dork.
Yeah, money is just an amplifier. And the point I'm making about wealth and crypto when I insult these guys is that a lot of these guys don't have any of the qualities they need to be amplified. They don't have anything worth amplifying. If you're a man and you've made a bunch of money on crypto, the smartest thing you can possibly do is understand that the traditional paths to wealth. If I had to make millions the old-fashioned way, I'd have to learn to negotiate, had to learn how to handle stress, learn how to work really hard, learn how to network. I'd have to learn so many things. These autists don't even learn none of that. Just mask, they don't know anything. So my point is that they've missed so many lessons on the path to wealth that wealth used to teach. This is why women used to respect money so much, not just for the money, but you knew you were talking to an ambitious, connected, smart, intelligent man.
Yeah.
Now you can meet a man with money and he's none of them things. He's literally none of them. You just call it crypto pump. It's a unique atmosphere we're in. It's temporary, but it's unique. And when I insult the crypto guys, like, look, you have millions and millions of dollars. You need to get some masculine accountability. I'm a proponent of hard work. I have all this money and all I do is work. My entire life is work. This podcast is work. I'm getting in the car, I'm going to another meeting, work. I want to go to the gym so I'm in good shape, work. It's all work. My entire life is work. And people don't want to look at life that way. They want to talk about work-life balance and being lazy and all this crap. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in, if you want to win, you have to outcompete the man who's prepared to do nothing but work. It's player versus player. If you're going to sit there and go, I don't want to work more than an hour a day, well, the guy who does want to work more than an hour a day is going to beat you.